Soundstripe.
Alrighty, so this is my 1994 GQ Patrol. It's got your typical roof rust in it. Don't mind this. This is horrible. This is all going away. Yeah, so you've got your typical rusted roof. So gonna be doing a few videos on me doing this thing up a bit, I guess. It's got a TB42 EFI in it, so she loves a good mang. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little rust repair on the whole roof. I'm gonna just completely, all the gutters have rotted out. So I think we're just gonna completely eliminate the gutter, do a tube style gutter, which is looks very good and very neat and tidy, but I'm gonna do it a different way that I've seen other people do it. See all that. It's even worse on this side. So alrighty, apologies for the rain noise, but it's a bit later in the night now and it's fucking pouring down. Done some cuts. You see there's holes through the inner skin, obviously. So yeah, definitely, if you have a look here, that gutter is just non-existent anymore. So the plan is I'm just going to probably wire wheel this up as good as I can. The bits that are bad, I will replace the metal, but if the bits like this, I'll replace the metal. But like, I don't know, I'll see how well this comes up with a wire wheel. It's pretty bad up in here too, so I'll see how well it comes up with the wire wheel and see how much I need to replace. So I won't have to replace all of it. I've taken out this half of the roof liner just to have a look on the inside to see how bad it actually was, and it's nice on the inside, it's all good. So I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the night putting this back on. And yeah, and then the plan is to just weld some metal from here down to here and just run it all the way along and just delete those gutters, because I got something else planned for it that will hopefully look way better and be stronger and will actually protect the roof a bit if I am off-roading and lean it up against a tree or something. So yeah, we'll do some tubes along, maybe even get creative and bring the tube down here. I just have to figure out something to do with the snorkel. But yeah, that's where I'm at so far. I've only done this little section. I will update as I go along. So a couple days later now, marked out where I need to cut. As you can see, there's quite a lot I'm gonna have to cut out through this whole fucking roof. I don't know if I showed you this bit. This is really bad. So I'm gonna have to pull this window out too. We're probably gonna need a hand to do that. But for now, I'm just working on this to try and keep structure and rigidity and keep the shape of the roof. I'm just doing one section at a time. So I've cut this out. Now I'm gonna clean up these edges and make a patch piece to go in there. And once I do that, I'll move on to this one, patch piece, and this is the big one. I'll do that. And then once I finish this one, then I'll keep cutting more out here and just keep them going along. And then once I got all the inside skin finished, maybe halfway, maybe I'll get to this point here, all underneath, just so I don't fucking cut the whole stretch out, and I'll start weighting it up from the second skin. Sounds right. First little patch piece done. I'll clean up the edges and shape it a bit more if I need to. Now I'm gonna have to tap it a bit to give it a curve, but let's tack that in soon. Sounds great. So I've got my patch panel held in place with the magnet here. I'm just gonna tack this bit, this edge right here where it's nice and flush. Give it a good decent tack there, and then get the hammer and tap it down a little bit here, give it a tack there. And then as you can see, it's got a bit of a curve coming through, so then I'll just tack, and then tap with the hammer as I go, try and get the shape that I need. So I got my first patch in, don't mind the top bit. I need to, for my next patch, use actual cardboard to make a more perfect patch, because I just used the old metal I cut out and it was a bit rough, and I had a decent gap at the top. So that's why it's a bit rough, because I had to like fill gap. But I'll grind all that down when I get to it, and I'll fill this in a second. I'll just attach this one, as you see it sort of goes underneath, so I'll cut along here, cut along the bottom, and see if I can like chisel it or something to like fold it up. Alright, we'll see what happens, but moving on to the next ones. Alrighty, so this is what I've done so far. I didn't bother grinding down the top because nobody's ever going to see that, but I did grind down the bottom, try and re-arch this corner, just so when I do get my piece of metal, it can sit flush and isn't sitting on all the bumps from the welds. I've just given it a lick of paint. And then when I go to it, I'll just get my flappy disc or something, just like do this corner edge here when I'm welding onto it, and then I'll just do the same up the top here. So I just gotta wait for that paint to dry, and I'll make a plate, and we'll plate this bit up, and that'll be the first section of the roof done. And just fucking gotta do the rest. There's a lot to do, so get cracking. So this is the method I've gone to make my templates. So just put down masking tape and just copied the creases and the seals, and then you just tear it off, transport it to our metal. So I'll go and do that now.
Sound stripe. Sound stripe. Sound stripe.
So I've got my patch piece all made up. I'm just going to clean up the edges so I can weld it, and then we'll weld it. Now,
Sound stripe. 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 Sound stripe.
so this is what I've got going on so far. Got it all welded in and grinded up. I'm going to come through later and fill in all these little low points, because obviously around here is probably not too bad. I'll shape it better with like a file or something, but I'll come back through and just put a few little tacks in these spots just to fill in the low spots, but that's how it is so far.
Sound stripe. Sound stripe.